Hello guys and welcome to Toby's Blogs. Today we're going to be talking about Doctor Who and Doctor Who's return and my thoughts about Doctor Who's return and what needs to happen really with Doctor Who, because to be honest it's not the best. So any of you who know me, that I'm a massive classic Who fan, and that's where I'm invested the most, and that's what I'm interested in, and that's what I think. And I have watched the new series from when it came back in 2005 all the way up to now. And so I do like the new series, but my heart is in the classic series. So when it said, "Oh, that Doctor Who's returning for a Christmas special in a new series," I'm not like, it doesn't bother me as much as that. As the same reason, that's why I don't do many videos about Doctor Who, classic, about New Who, on my channel, is because I'm just not invested in it really much anymore. It's like, well, Doctor's returning, whoopee. It's like, well, I'm not invested in it as much. So I'm not excited about it. Like back in the day, in 2005 and David Tennant's era and Christopher Eccleston's, I was like, oh, I'm so excited. Doctor Who's coming back. Oh my God. And like every single episode was like, oh, I can't wait for the next episode. I can't wait to see it. And that excitement building up. And you're like, oh, I want to get to the end. I want to see what the finale is. Oh yeah, that was amazing. Oh, I loved it. That excitement. And like when the credits roll, you're like, oh, we're watching Doctor Who. And like, you're so excited. That doesn't happen anymore. And I don't know what it is. Just the writing is really rubbish. The storylines. I think I enjoyed Doctor Who up to the point where we got to the Thames Child. I think after that it was like, well, you kind of ruined my favourite TV show, and I'm not invested in it anymore, because you basically destroy the classic series, which is what I love, and so I'm not going to bother. Like pre-Hartnell Doctors or like, that sort of stuff. And I just hated the Timeless Child, and I hated that direction, and I hate it even more that it was a side note, like, oh, it's an afterthought. Oh, we got this Timeless Child. Who can the Timeless Child be? Who should we put? Oh, it's the Doctor. Yeah, that'll be good. We'll put in the Doctor. And like it was an afterthought. And even that is even more frustrating, because like you didn't even plan this. You just put it in because you thought it would be good. And as a result, you've rewritten the whole of classic series, which is like really annoying. Anyway, so Doctor Who's coming back, and as you know, probably if you watched my previous videos, I wasn't really happy with the ending of the reality war, whatever it was called, because butchering characters, really, isn't it? It's just butchering characters for the sake of butchering characters. Like, oh, we'll bring back a big villain from the classic series. Oh, we'll bring back Omega. What a load of crap that was. Or we'll bring back Sutek and turn him into a dog. Ruff, ruff. Like, no. 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 It's like, oh, it's so bad. Like, when we watched the season 13 box set with Sutek in it, and it's one of the best stories in that season. And then they show clips of the dog from the new series, and it's like, oh, it's so embarrassing. So embarrassing. Like, honestly, what were you thinking? A dog? But like, if you go back to the original artwork of what Set looked like, he doesn't look like a dog. He's got like a hooked... No, it's not a dog. It's not a dog. The pictures are not of a dog. It is more an animal, not a dog. I don't think there is even any dogs in... Oh, Anubis is a kind of dog. But it's not really a dog, as in what we know as a dog. Anyway, that's Egyptian stuff. But Doctor Who, and I just think like you butchered the season finales by just butchering classic villains. The Rani, yes, we love the Rani, and they cast an amazing actress as the Rani, and then they killed her, which is completely stupid. Mrs. Flood to me is not the Rani in any aspect or form. She has no Rani-isms at all, so I think they butchered that. They did pick it up with season 2. That was really good. The stories were really good. They were entertaining. And then they butchered the ending because they rewrit the whole ending of the finale, which made Poppy thing so important, which was just so stupid. Poppy from Space Babies. It's like, oh God, it's a load of crap. And then you get to the ending and you get the shock reveal of the Doctor turning into Billy Piper, and it's like, yeah, okay, but now, like, I'm not particularly invested in what's happening next, really. It's like, yeah, we're going to have a Christmas special, yeah, we're putting out another series, but I'm not really invested in this or getting excited about it, because it's like, well, the rest of Russell T, the specials were amazing. I adore the specials with David Tennant and Catherine Tate. Amazing. Perfection. And they should have had 2 series of that. And then that would have been amazing. But no, like with Ncuti's era, it just wasn't written well. The stories were rather rubbish. There was nothing really exciting about it. There was some good stories in there, but not stuff that I would go back and rewatch. Like even Chibnall's era of Jodie Whittaker, I would go back and watch because there was some exciting stuff in there. But, Russell T Davies' new era, not really. I would rewatch the specials, but I don't think I would rewatch anything else. It's just not exciting anymore. It's not giving me that thrill. It's not giving me that excitement. And I think what Doctor Who needs is to go back to have a really good think about what we need to do and how we need to move this series forward. And it's like, I feel what I would like as an adult is to see more of a darker Doctor Who. Like, there's loads of stories you can tell. Like, Big Finish creates stories all the time. You don't have to keep relying on the classic series. It's another criticism. You don't have, as much as I like bringing back stuff from the classic series, I feel like if they're going to butcher it, they need to leave it alone. And create new content. Now, there's lots of new stories you can tell. Like, loads of new stories. I can think of loads. And, they should be trying to move into a new direction of what we need to take it. I think it should definitely take the comical elements out of it. I've always hated the new series Doctor Who being comical, throwing in stupid lines. Like Tom Baker was very, very comical in his, but it made sense in the narrative of the story. He wouldn't say, I kissed a frog or I had sex with a sheep, or I don't know what she said. She's saying about eating grass. Like, stupid! Why would the Doctor be on her knees eating grass with sheep? It's like, that's so stupid. Just throwaway lines that are just so stupid, which is really irritating me. I hate it when Doctor Who puts in throwaway lines, like Matt Smith did it all the time. Stupid comical lines for the sake of comedy, which is something I don't like, and I just think they should remove that from Doctor Who. Yes, the Doctor can be comical. Yes, the Doctor can have a bit of comedy, but Doctor Who is not it's not a comedy, it is a sci-fi show, and I think you should keep the comedy to a minimum, because it should be serious. But then it's difficult, isn't it? But I feel the Doctor should go. I would love the Doctor to go into more darker, more serious. That's why I like Peter Capaldi so much, because it was a darker, more serious Doctor before he got a guitar and rode a tank through a medieval thing. That's that sort of thing, like stupid thing, comedy for the sake of comedy, which is something that I really hate. Why would the Doctor drive a tank into a medieval setting? It's just ridiculously stupid. And playing a guitar is just ridiculously stupid. Like, why would you take out these completely stupid things and move into a more serious? The story, got the classic series. You got the classic series, and that is, amazing. And you take that as your core material. That is where it is. That is what you're meant to be imitating. That's what you're meant to be creating, is from that story, that idea, and moving on from that. And then stupid comedy like riding a tank, playing a guitar, is just absolutely fucking stupid. And, I think you should take it into a more serious direction. And I feel like we should have original monsters, original storytelling, something that is like for example, Big Finish created their own villains, like the 11 entity. I call it the 11 entity because it's hard to tell, because Anyway, it's hard to describe him. Anyway, he is a Time Lord who's got all his regenerations alive in his mind, so they can come to the front. So like if it was the Doctor, John Pertwee could come to the front, or Tom Baker could come to the front and animate the body. So yeah, this is the 11 entity. And I've created my own sort of Time Lord villains. Like, you can create lots of little villains and things and mythologies. Like, it doesn't have to be, there's lots of stuff you can do. Like, bring back Jo Martin. Like, Jo Martin is totally wasted as the Fugitive Doctor. Bring her back. Bring back, I know I'd said, but like, things like Tegan and Ace, they came back, but then they never were spoken of again, or Susan, the whole Susan thing, like Susan needs to come back. She was robbed at the end of the finale because she didn't get her reunion with the Doctor. Anyway, it's like, I just think at the moment Doctor Who is a complete mess. And yes, it's good it's coming back. Yes, it's good that it's still alive. But at the same time, it is really in a bad position and in a bit of a mess, more than it ever has been. And I think it really needs a good sit down, think of where we need to take this, what we're going to do with it, and try and move it into a better show than what it has been, because to be honest, it's been really rubbish recently, and it really needs a good reshuffle and a really good reboot. It was meant to be rebooted before, but that was absolute shit. So they just need to get down and think about it. Like, go back to the core material, like William Hartnell's era. What is the character? What is that? And then move on from that. It's like, this is what Doctor Who is. We need to go back to its core, and then move out from there. Because I just feel like it's just new series, and it's not moving away from its original premise. And I think we need to come back to that and then create from there, because it can be good. Like, it could be good. Like, you can have like a really, like, I like Paul McGann's Doctor, like that sort of Doctor, like that sort of Doctor, and can bring back, make it exciting. It's what you want it. You want every week to be excited and thrilled, and I can't wait for the next episode. But it's not like that anymore. Anyway, I could be repeating myself forever and ever. That's my thoughts. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.